Institute. I'm running the campaign for the film, and this is Dr. Catherine Millington Saunders, quite a long title. National Lead for Royal College of GPs and Mary Curie. Thank you.
I am Amy Hardy, and I am the co-founder of the Scottish Documentary Institute and the director of this film, 7 Songs for a Long Life. And to make it, I spent 3 years in a hospice. So when my mother-in-law was racked with pain, aged 95, I said to her, why don't I find out where the local hospice is, because they're experts in pain relief. Quick as a flash, she shot back, are you trying to kill me? We never said anything more on the subject. But life is much better, and the end of your life is much, much better if you can bear to remember that we really are mortal. There's a junior doctor explains the urgency of that. Most people, he says, and I'm reading his quote, don't make it to hospice because most illnesses aren't terminal until they suddenly are. People usually don't want to give up until that choice is all but made for them. After we've pursued aggressive treatment in the intensive care unit, I watch families have their hearts broken. It's something that I saw again and again in a hospice, and I felt that I needed to change it. Here is our first workshop, and you'll be glad to know that that is 100 people who've watched a fantastic movie, and now they're taking the energy from the film, they've turned to each other, and in only 4 questions, they are discovering how they themselves as individuals can manage their own journey and their own expectation and their own choices at the end of life. Not talking about death and not thinking about death produces results. 80% of us say we want to die at home, but almost none of us do. Why is that? Well, it's a paradox, because as medical and scientific efficacy has risen so steeply in the last 20 years, you all know that we're living longer than we ever have, then our emotional readiness has simply not been able to match it. And we thought we have to do something about that, and we made a film, and I'm going to show you a clip of it. If we can play the film, you're just going to meet 2 of the characters in 7 Songs for a Long Life.
The special rules are for people who have a progressive disease and are not expected to live longer than another 6 months.
Who the hell's got it? How do you know when you're going? You could die tomorrow. Tell me, you're not going to go. Richard, what?
Yeah, okay.
Singing, dancing, all that carry on.
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances,
Wandering in the day. What were the chances we'd be sharing love before the day was through?
I was still hooked up to chemo and stuff, and they just took it all down there and then, and just said go home and enjoy what time you've got left.
In 8 countries, and it's picked up quite a few award nominations, but what's really important is that it's a tribute to the generosity and the courage of the people in the film and their very special way of expressing their journey towards the end of life, because they chose to sing. And that's what makes the film so accessible, and that's why Hospice UK and Dying Matters decided this film was a unique opportunity to change public attitudes and terror of talking about death. We decided to test that, and we've done rigorous evaluation, and I'm going to race past it. It's resoundingly successful, because I want to tell you, before I run out of time, what we're actually planning to do. We have a very detailed outreach campaign. We are offering to take the energy from the film and run workshops immediately after the cinema. It's never been done before, it's really new, and it seems to have extraordinarily good results. We've found that people have grown in confidence, they're less anxious, they're feeling more optimistic, and our unique selling point here is that we can do this in 16 minutes. So for all of those of you who are busy, this is the workshop. We collaborate with Dying Matters, with the National Health Trust, with Hospice UK. We've worked with doctors, health professionals, patients, carers, families, students, and we've already been given £10,000 from Scotland because our model is so simple, it's replicable, it's scalable, and what we're looking for now is to match it with at least 6,000. If we can do that, we can roll out across the UK and we can reach 5,000 people. And what you need to know is that for each £100 that you pledge today, we will guarantee to offer that workshop experience and the screening to 200 people. And that's going to make a big difference, not just to them, but to their families. And I want to finish with the last quote. This is what Dr. Ross Taylor, MBE, says. We already have the DNA, we have the end-of-life packages, but we need people to use them. These workshops run straight after the film seem to make all the difference. I call it edutainment, and this is the missing link. Thank you.